It's important to remember that excessive kindness may lead to self-sacrifice, where we put other people's needs ahead of our own or place personal goals at the forefront. This can be especially challenging when we find ourselves in a situation where we are always helping someone who never gives back or appreciates our efforts. It's like hoping they'll be as kind to us as we were to them. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. It's important to find a balance between being kind and taking care of ourselves. Today, I will share 11 negative consequences of being too nice and offer 5 ways to prevent people from taking advantage of you. Number 1. Setting unrealistic expectations. Think about a time when you did a lot of nice things for someone, expecting them to do the same for you. It's like hoping they'll be as kind to you as you were to them. But if you keep doing nice things without thinking about what you'll get in return, it might lead to feeling disappointed. In simpler terms, it's like expecting others to always match your level of kindness, and when they don't, it can make you feel sad. The Stoic lesson here is to be thoughtful about what you expect from others when you're being kind, so you don't end up feeling let down. The Stoics advocated for accepting things as they are, urging us not to depend on others for our happiness. However, when kindness knows no bounds, the expectations set for reciprocation become unrealistically high. Giving without restraint fosters a sense of entitlement in others, leading to disappointment and emotional turmoil. Imagine a calm world guided by the wisdom of thinkers like Seneca. Now, think of someone who wants to help others without holding back. This good intention, however, can create a problem, a kind of sadness when what you hope for doesn't happen. The Stoics say we should be balanced, but sometimes being too kind leads to feeling let down. When expectations aren't met, it can feel like a wave of disappointment. Picture the emotional bruises left on someone who wanted to do good but ends up feeling hurt inside. The Stoics advise finding a middle ground to handle these feelings. Now think about entitlement sneaking in, a feeling of deserving something in return. Picture how this can affect relationships, making them fragile. Yet, in this journey, resilience becomes the hero, helping people bounce back from disappointment. The Stoics say to be strong in tough times, understanding that some things are beyond control. Stoic ideas act like a guide, a compass helping to navigate through rough times. Number 2. Neglecting self-care. Imagine always helping your friends with their problems and forgetting to take care of yourself. You might be so focused on others that you forget to rest, relax, or do things that make you happy. Being excessively kind in this way can be like putting everyone else's needs before your own. In simpler terms, it's like forgetting to take a break and do things that make you feel good. Stoicism teaches us to balance helping others with taking care of ourselves to stay mentally and physically healthy. Constantly prioritizing others at the expense of oneself is a slippery slope. The Stoic emphasis on living by reason and virtue underscores the importance of self-care. Ignoring this principle can result in neglecting one's own well-being, ultimately jeopardizing mental and physical health. Imagine wise elders, like ancient storytellers, sharing their secrets to a fulfilling life. The whispers of wisdom invite us to dance in the harmony of giving and taking care of ourselves. Kindness, like a warm embrace freely given, transforms into a dance that needs balance. It reminds us to share kindness while also tenderly caring for ourselves. Picture a garden where you plant seeds of kindness. Yet, neglecting self-care is like forgetting to water the roots. The Stoics remind us that our well-being is vital, a cornerstone of a flourishing life. The Stoics, like wise friends, tell us to live by reason and virtue, emphasizing that taking care of ourselves is not selfish, it's living in line with reason and virtue. Imagine neglecting your well-being as if it were a neglected garden. Ignoring self-care can jeopardize your mental and physical health. It's like keeping a beautiful instrument unplayed, its melody lost to neglect. Number 3, overcommitting and overwhelming yourself. Imagine a situation where you say yes to every request from friends or colleagues, even when you already have a lot to do. It's like taking on too much work or helping too many people, and it makes you feel stressed and overwhelmed. Being too kind in this way might lead to doing more than you can handle. In simpler terms, it's like having too many things on your plate and feeling really busy all the time. The Stoic lesson here is to be careful not to take on too much and to find a balance that keeps you from feeling overwhelmed. Being too kind may compel you to say yes to every request, ultimately leading to overcommitment. The Stoics valued moderation and balanced giving, warning against habits that could harm mental health. Overcommitting not only burdens you but also undermines your ability to maintain emotional equilibrium. Imagine the wisdom of ancient mentors gently guiding us through the art of balanced living. This narrative whispers their counsel, inviting us to dance in the gentle rhythms of moderation and thoughtful generosity. Kindness, like a flowing river, can become overwhelming when we say yes to every request. It's akin to taking on more than we can handle, a path the Stoics warned against. They valued moderation and warned of habits that could harm our mental well-being. Now picture a garden of tasks and favors, each one representing a request. Saying yes to all is like planting too many seeds without allowing them to grow. Overcommitting burdens not just our schedule, but also our emotional well-being. The Stoics, those wise friends from the past, believed in moderation and balance. They knew that overcommitting doesn't just add weight to your schedule, but also disrupts the delicate equilibrium of your emotions. Imagine your emotional balance as a scale, with kindness on one side and your well-being on the other. Saying yes to everything might tip the scale, leaving you feeling overwhelmed and burdened. Number 4, strained relationships. Think about a time when you were always helping your friends, but didn't have much time for your family. Your family might feel left out or ignored. Being excessively kind to friends and neglecting your family could strain your relationships. In simpler terms, it's like focusing too much on one group of people and not enough on others, causing tension and problems. Striking a balance between different relationships is important to keep everyone happy. Prioritizing others incessantly may strain your relationships. The Stoic emphasis on setting limits and putting personal responsibilities first aligns with the need to strike a balance. Failing to do so may result in friends and family feeling neglected, straining the very relationships kindness aims to nurture. Imagine the wisdom of ancient storytellers gently sharing their insights on the delicate dance of relationships. This chapter echoes their guidance, inviting you to dance in the rhythms of setting limits and embracing personal responsibilities. Kinness, like a delicate thread weaving through our connections, can turn into a heavy burden when we prioritize others incessantly. It's akin to neglecting the garden of relationships, forgetting to water the roots that bind us. The Stoics, with their wisdom, spoke of setting limits and putting personal responsibilities first. Now, envision your relationships as fragile vessels, each one carrying the warmth of connection. Prioritizing others without setting boundaries can put a strain on these vessels. The very relationships kindness aims to nurture might start to feel the weight of neglect. The Stoics, those wise friends from the past, believed in a delicate balance. They spoke of the importance of setting limits, not just for our own well-being, but also for the health of the connections we cherish. In the grand tapestry of kindness, let's remember the art of setting limits, allowing our relationships to flourish like a vibrant garden where each connection is nurtured and cherished. 5. Guilt and responsibility. Imagine a situation where you feel bad because you couldn't make someone happy despite doing your best. Maybe you think it's your job to fix everyone's problems. Being too kind might make you carry a sense of guilt and responsibility for others' feelings. In simpler terms, it's like feeling bad when things don't go well for someone else, even if it's not your fault. Imagine wise elders, like compassionate guides, gently sharing their insights on the dance between kindness and personal responsibility. This chapter resonates with their wisdom, inviting us to waltz in the harmony of thoughtful actions and logical choices. Kindness, like a gentle breeze, should never transform into a storm of guilt or a burden of responsibility for others' happiness. It's akin to tending to a garden, where each plant needs care, but not to the point of sacrificing your own well-being. The Stoics, with their timeless teachings, emphasize the importance of acting in a good and logical way. Now picture a scale where kindness is on one side and guilt is on the other. Balancing this scale is essential. Kindness should never tip the balance, making you feel responsible for others' unhappiness. The Stoics would remind us that excessive selflessness can lead to pitfalls, drowning us in a sea of guilt and compromising our emotional well-being. The Stoics, those wise friends from the past, believed in the importance of managing expectations and boundaries. It's not about denying kindness, but about ensuring that the seeds you plant don't grow into guilt-laden vines. The art of balancing, allowing the garden of emotions to bloom with the blossoms of compassionate actions without the weeds of guilt. Number 6, difficulty saying no. Think about a time when you find it hard to say no to friends or family when they ask for your help. Maybe you feel like you always have to agree, even if it's inconvenient for you. Being excessively kind can make it tough to refuse requests. In simpler terms, it's like always saying yes because you're afraid of disappointing others. Learning to say no when needed is important for keeping a healthy balance in your life. The Stoics advocated for self-discipline and the ability to say no when necessary. Excessive kindness may breed a fear of disappointing others, making it challenging to assert yourself. Learning to say no, in alignment with Stoic principles, is crucial for maintaining a healthy balance. Picture wise mentors, like gentle guides, gently revealing the secrets of navigating the delicate dance between kindness and self-assertion. This chapter resonates with their timeless wisdom, inviting us to sway in the rhythm of self-discipline and assertiveness. Kindness, like a flowing river, should never become a flood that drowns your ability to say no. It's akin to walking a tightrope, where finding balance between generosity and self-assertion is essential. The Stoics, with their ageless teachings, emphasize the importance of self-discipline and the courage to say no when necessary. Now, envision a scenario where each request is a step on a winding path. Excessive kindness might make this path seem like a maze, where the fear of disappointing others becomes a daunting obstacle. The Stoics would remind us that learning to say no is not a rejection of kindness, but a necessary step for maintaining a healthy balance. Imagine saying no as a tool, a key to unlock the door to your well-being. The Stoics advocated for this key, as it aligns with principles of self-discipline and the wisdom to prioritize your needs. It's not about denying kindness, but about ensuring that your river of generosity flows within defined banks. The garden of self-assertion is lush, and boundaries are like sturdy fences protecting your inner sanctuary. Without these boundaries, excessive kindness might turn the garden into a chaotic wilderness. The Stoics, those sage companions from the past, believed in the importance of mastering the art of saying no. It's not about fearing disappointment, but about realizing that asserting yourself is a step towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. Imagine a symphony where each refusal is a harmonious note. The Stoics would advise playing each note with confidence, ensuring that the music of kindness doesn't lose its melody in the fear of saying no. You are the conductor of your life's symphony. Be mindful of the power that saying no brings, and let kindness be a harmonious melody that doesn't lose its tune in the cacophony of fear. Number 7, being taken advantage of. Imagine a situation where you are always helping a friend who never gives back or appreciates your efforts. This friend consistently asks for favors without considering your needs. In simpler terms, being too kind might attract people who use your generosity without showing gratitude or returning the favor. It's like having friends who only take and never give. Recognizing such situations and setting boundaries is crucial to avoid being taken advantage of. Think of the Stoics as pragmatic mentors, guiding us through the nuances of helping others. This chapter echoes their practical wisdom, inviting us to navigate relationships with discernment and self-control. Kindness, like a resource to be shared thoughtfully, shouldn't be an open invitation for exploitation. Picture it as a currency, where being mindful of where you invest becomes crucial. The Stoics, with their down-to-earth teachings, emphasize the importance of wisdom in choosing whom to help. Now imagine relationships as a dynamic exchange. Excessive kindness might attract those who only take, creating an imbalance in the give and take. The Stoics would remind us to recognize the signs of those who might exploit our generosity without reciprocation. Think of maintaining self-control as setting boundaries in your interactions. Without these boundaries, relationships might become a one-sided affair, draining your energy like a leaky vessel. The Stoics, those practical companions from the past, believed in the importance of recognizing energy vampires. It's not about being unkind, but about being discerning in your generosity. They would advise maintaining self-control, ensuring that your kindness is directed where it truly makes a positive impact. Imagine a symphony where each relationship is a note. The Stoics would advise playing each note with discernment, ensuring that the music of kindness doesn't become a monotonous drone. You are the navigator of your relationship journey. Be mindful of where you invest your kindness, and let it be a harmonious melody that contributes positively to your well-being. In this practical exploration of kindness, let's remember the importance of wisdom in choosing whom to help, allowing the garden of your relationships to flourish with balanced exchanges and mutual respect. Number 8, lack of assertiveness. Assertiveness is vital for effective communication. Consider a situation where a friend constantly relies on your support, neglecting your own needs. Being assertive in this scenario involves expressing your feelings, setting limits on the support you can provide, and encouraging mutual understanding. This ensures that the relationship remains balanced and respectful. Kindness, like a tool in the toolkit of life, shouldn't be a signal for weakness. Picture it as a skill where being assertive is the key to maintaining balance. The Stoics, with their straightforward teachings, emphasize the importance of being strong and in charge of oneself. Now, envision assertiveness as a shield, protecting you from the perception of weakness. Excessive kindness might attract others who see you as an easy target for offloading their responsibilities. The Stoics would remind us to develop assertiveness, ensuring we command respect and don't become a dumping ground for others' tasks. Think of assertiveness as setting clear boundaries in your interactions. Without these boundaries, people might see you as a pushover, inviting them to delegate tasks without consideration. The Stoics, those practical mentors from the past, believed in the importance of developing assertiveness. It's not about being unkind, but about being strong and in control. They would advise asserting yourself, ensuring that your kindness doesn't turn into a perception of weakness. Imagine a workplace where each person is a contributor. The Stoics would advise being assertive, ensuring that the workplace isn't a dumping ground for tasks, but a collaborative space, where responsibilities are shared. You are the manager of your life's responsibilities. Be mindful of asserting yourself, and let kindness be a tool that contributes positively without inviting unnecessary burdens. In this pragmatic exploration of kindness, let's remember the significance of being assertive, allowing the landscape of your responsibilities to be a collaborative effort rather than a dumping ground for others' tasks. Number 9, sacrificing personal goals. The Stoics emphasized living by reason and virtue, placing personal goals at the forefront. Excessive kindness may lead to self-sacrifice, hindering personal growth. Balancing altruism with self-preservation aligns with Stoic ideals, ensuring that your kindness does not come at the expense of your own aspirations. Kindness, like a currency in the marketplace of life, shouldn't lead to bankruptcy of personal goals. Picture it as a scale where balancing altruism and self-growth is crucial. The Stoics, with their pragmatic teachings, emphasize the significance of living by reason and virtue, with personal goals at the forefront. Now, envision personal goals as destinations on your life's map. Excessive kindness might lead to detours, sacrificing these goals in the name of altruism. The Stoics would remind us to balance selflessness with self-preservation, ensuring that kindness doesn't come at the expense of personal growth. Think of personal goals as seeds planted in the garden of your aspirations. Without the right balance, excessive kindness might overshadow these seeds, hindering their growth. The Stoics would advise aligning your actions with your personal goals, ensuring that kindness becomes a part of your journey, not a detour. The Stoics, those pragmatic companions from the past, believed in the importance of balancing altruism with self-preservation. It's not about avoiding kindness, but about ensuring that personal goals remain on the forefront. Imagine a symphony where each action is a note. The Stoics would advise playing each note with consideration, ensuring that the music of kindness doesn't drown out the melodies of personal growth. You are the architect of your life's blueprint. Be mindful of balancing your altruism with personal aspirations, letting kindness be a contributing note in the symphony of your journey. Number 10. Unhealthy attachments and addictions. Stoicism encourages calm and self-discipline to avoid getting stuck in detrimental habits. Excessive kindness may lead to unhealthy attachments, draining your energy and potentially leading to addictive behaviors. Maintaining self-awareness and addressing these tendencies align with Stoic principles of moderation. Imagine the Stoics as pragmatic mentors, offering straightforward insights into navigating life. This segment echoes their practical wisdom, urging us to balance kindness with self-discipline. Kindness, like a compass guiding your actions, shouldn't lead to getting stuck in unhealthy habits. Picture it as a tightrope where maintaining balance is crucial. The Stoics, with their pragmatic teachings, encouraged calm and self-discipline to avoid detrimental habits, ensuring that kindness doesn't become a magnet for unhealthy attachments. Now, envision unhealthy attachments as weights tied to your well-being. Excessive kindness might attract these weights, draining your energy and potentially leading to addictive behaviors. The Stoics would remind us to maintain self-awareness and address these tendencies, aligning with their principles of moderation. Think of self-awareness as a mirror reflecting your actions. Without this reflection, excessive kindness might become a slippery slope, leading to unhealthy attachments. The Stoics would advise addressing these tendencies early, ensuring that kindness is a mindful action, not a trigger for detrimental habits. The Stoics, those pragmatic companions from the past, believed in the importance of moderation. It's not about avoiding kindness, but about ensuring that your actions don't become an invitation for unhealthy attachments. Imagine a routine where each action is a step forward. The Stoics would advise taking each step with self-awareness, ensuring that the journey of kindness is a balanced walk, not a stumble into addictive behaviors. You are the navigator of your habits. Be mindful of maintaining self-discipline, letting kindness be a guided action that doesn't become a slippery slope into detrimental attachments. Number 11, a suspicious image. In this chapter of our exploration into kindness, we delve into the practical aspect, a narrative guiding us to balance our actions with the perceptions of others. Consider the Stoics as pragmatic mentors, offering straightforward insights into navigating life. This segment echoes their practical wisdom, urging us to align our beliefs and principles with our actions, irrespective of how others perceive them. Kindness, like a mirror reflecting your actions, shouldn't lead to a suspicious image. Picture it as a tightrope, where maintaining balance is crucial. The Stoics, with their pragmatic teachings, advised focusing on living in line with beliefs and principles, irrespective of others' perceptions. Now envision perception as the lens through which others view your actions. Excessive kindness might lead to suspicion rather than admiration. People may question your motives, emphasizing the need to strike a balance and not become overly altruistic to the point of skepticism. Think of balance as ensuring your actions align with your beliefs. Without this alignment, excessive kindness might cast shadows of doubt. The Stoics would advise striking a balance, ensuring that your kindness is perceived as genuine and not veering into the realm of skepticism. Imagine perception as a painting where each action contributes to the overall picture. The Stoics would advise painting with authenticity, ensuring that the strokes of kindness create a clear and genuine image. You are the artist of your actions. Be mindful of striking a balance, letting kindness be a brushstroke that contributes positively to the canvas of perception. In this pragmatic exploration of kindness, let's remember the significance of aligning actions with beliefs, ensuring that your journey is an authentic portrayal, not a questionable image that raises doubts. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by being too kind? Do you find it challenging to strike a balance between helping others and taking care of yourself? If the challenges of excessive kindness resonate with you, have you wondered if there are practical strategies to navigate through them? Picture yourself in situations where kindness might have led to unrealistic expectations or strained relationships. Wouldn't it be helpful to have tools to make things better? Let's explore these strategies together, addressing the real-life challenges many of us face and discovering ways to enhance the balance between kindness and personal well-being. Strategy 1. Setting clear boundaries. When you're exceptionally kind, it's common to find yourself overwhelmed with numerous responsibilities. Drawing inspiration from the wisdom of ancient Stoics, this strategy emphasizes the importance of striking a balance. The goal is to maintain your kindness without depleting your own energy. To achieve this, it's crucial to recognize your limits and be comfortable saying no when necessary. Think of it as skillfully organizing your time and tasks to ensure that kindness doesn't transform into a source of stress. Consider your kindness as a superpower. While you want to utilize it for good, it's equally essential to recharge so that your power remains potent. Setting boundaries is akin to donning your superhero cape wisely, allowing you to navigate the world with both kindness and resilience. Strategy 2. Taking care of yourself. Being excessively kind can sometimes lead to neglecting your own well-being. Life can get busy, and sometimes, in the midst of being kind to others, we forget about being kind to ourselves. This strategy, inspired by the wise ideas of the Stoics, is all about living smartly. It's a reminder to make looking after yourself a big part of your everyday life. It's not just about being nice to others. It's also about being nice to you. Doing things that make you happy ensures that your kindness comes from a happy and balanced place. Think of taking care of yourself like giving yourself a warm, comforting hug. Just as you take care of others, being a bit of a superhero means taking care of your own needs and finding moments to recharge. Imagine self-care as a journey of discovering what makes you feel good. It's about understanding that, like everyone else, you deserve time for yourself to grow and feel well. Strategy 3. Speaking up for yourself. Excessive kindness may hinder your ability to express your true thoughts. Drawing from Stoic teachings, this strategy advocates for discipline and assertiveness. It's about articulating your thoughts without compromising your kindness. There's an important thing to learn: how to be assertive. This means speaking up for yourself in a strong and clear way. Being assertive is like having a strong voice in all the things happening in your life. It's about saying what you need, refusing when it's necessary, and being firm about your thoughts. The Stoics talked a lot about self-discipline, and that matches perfectly with the idea of being assertive. It's like making sure you're strong and clear in your relationships without being taken advantage of. The Stoics believed in living a life based on reason and doing the right thing. In terms of kindness, this means being assertive is not against being kind. Instead, it helps make sure your kindness is a positive force without causing problems. Strategy 4. Balancing helping others and your goals. Helping others is great, but it shouldn't stop you from chasing your own dreams. The Stoics believed in finding a balance between helping and self-preservation. This strategy is about making sure your kindness doesn't get in the way of your personal growth. The Stoics were smart. They knew that being kind shouldn't stop you from growing. It's about being kind while also making sure you're on a path that's good for you. In practical terms, this idea means making an effort to balance helping others with going after your own dreams. It's not about keeping them separate, but making them work together, like playing different tunes in a song. Balancing kindness with personal goals is not a strict rule, it's more like finding your own way. It means thinking about what you want, understanding what makes you happy, and making sure your kindness fits into your own story. This intentional way of balancing kindness with personal goals is like promising yourself to live a good life. It's about being kind to others while also making sure every act of kindness helps you grow and be happy. By being kind in a thoughtful way and living by good principles, we can create a life that's not just happy, but also meaningful, like a song that's both beautiful and fulfilling. Strategy 5. Staying aware and balanced. Stay mindful of your actions and be aware of potential pitfalls, such as unhealthy attachments or unrealistic expectations. Practicing moderation, a key Stoic principle, helps prevent getting stuck in detrimental habits. Regularly assess your actions to ensure they align with your values and well-being. The Stoics talked about being aware and balanced in life. This strategy is about checking in with yourself regularly to make sure your actions match your values. Self-awareness is like having a mirror that reflects your actions and intentions. It's about understanding why you do what you do and being mindful of potential pitfalls along the way. Unhealthy attachments and unrealistic expectations are like hidden rocks in the sea of life. Being self-aware helps you navigate around them, preventing your ship from getting stuck. A practical example of self-awareness is reflecting on your relationships. Ask yourself why you're drawn to certain people. Are these connections healthy and positive, or do they drain your energy? Being self-aware allows you to assess your relationships, ensuring they contribute positively to your life. The Stoics also emphasized moderation, the idea of not going to extremes. Picture life as a scale, with each side representing different aspects of your actions. Too much of anything, be it work, kindness, or even leisure, can tip the scale off balance. Moderation ensures a harmonious distribution of your efforts. Practicing moderation involves assessing your daily choices. Are you working excessively, neglecting rest and relaxation? Or are you too focused on personal goals, forgetting the joy of helping others? Moderation prompts you to step back, evaluate your actions, and adjust accordingly. Your values are like guiding stars in the night sky. Being self-aware means checking if your actions align with these stars. If helping others is a core value, your kindness should reflect that. If personal growth matters, your actions should contribute to that growth. The Stoics would often reflect on their day, asking themselves questions about their actions. Imagine sitting by a cozy fireplace reflecting on the choices made during the day. Were your actions aligned with your values? Did you practice moderation, or did you veer into extremes? In practical terms, maintaining self-awareness involves journaling or reflecting at the end of each day. It's about asking yourself questions. Did my actions today contribute to my well-being? Did I navigate around potential pitfalls? Did I practice moderation in my choices? Moderation is not about being overly strict. It's about finding the right balance for a fulfilling life. It's like a chef adding just the right amount of seasoning to enhance the flavor without overpowering the dish. Each aspect of life, work, relationships, personal time, deserves its share of attention without tipping the scale. By incorporating these strategies into your approach to kindness, you can navigate the challenges highlighted earlier and cultivate a more balanced and sustainable approach to helping others. To sum it up, being kind and generous is great, but it's important to be careful not to be too generous. We've talked about 11 possible problems that can happen if you're overly generous. From sacrificing personal goals to the risk of people taking advantage of you, being super kind may have some drawbacks. The Stoics, who were wise thinkers, suggest finding a balance. They believe in being reasonable, virtuous, and disciplined. They teach us that taking care of ourselves is crucial, and we should set limits to avoid negative consequences. We've also discussed 5 simple ways to protect ourselves from being taken advantage of. These include balancing helping others and your goals, maintain self-awareness and moderation, and 3 more strategies. In life, it's like finding a middle ground. Too little kindness can be seen as selfish, and too much can leave us exhausted. So, the key is to strike a balance between being kind to others and taking care of ourselves. As we end this talk, remember that in life's melody, finding the right harmony between giving and looking out for ourselves is the real wisdom. Thank you for watching. If you found the video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it a like. Your support means a lot. Also, don't forget to share your valuable opinion in the comments section below.